is new, and I see what you're doing. And it's and I just wanted to say, like, thank you and appreciate it. And I wanted to talk about it because it's like, I think I just hope more and more women and girls get to do that and have that same experience and know that there's someone in your corner who is
You know,
genuinely cheering you on.
you freeze.
No.
You know, one of the things about live or all the social, like Zoom and all that, you can't talk while someone else is talking. I'm such an interrupter.
No.
I'm like, ah, no. But, so first off, I want to say thank you for expressing that. And the feeling is so mutual. I feel the same way about you. I tried to look back through because I feel like we have, although not recently, we have a robust little text thread that there were some really beautiful exchanges that we've had. There have been times when you've checked in on me during certain things. And your work was obviously my first introduction to you. And then I think through Natasha was how we, through how our hearts met each other and like the human form. But your work in and of itself was moving and opening to me. And then meeting you, for me, there's a real thing in the world when I see a sister, when I see a fellow that sort of seems to occupy the same kind of tribe or seems to be stretching the real estate that we are given as women and as Black women, and saying like, I don't care what real estate you're giving me. This is the real estate my soul, my heart, my being, and my energy needs to take up. And you were one of those people. And then when I met you, when you meet someone, there's like you can tell a frequency that you're like, I like that. I like her. And so it was one of those immediate things. And also usually through Natasha, anyone's probably, I love a big person, like a big hearted person. Like I like people that take up space and take it up with an authentic love, and you're one of those people.
Thank you for that. Thank you. Very kind. I want to ask, like, do you think, was there ever like in your life, like, I don't know, like did it start with, is it from being from a big family or having sisters, or is there a moment that you can even recall where you felt a support from a sister, a womanhood support, where you just, you felt like you were lifted up?
Honestly, it started with my sisters and it started with my mom. My mom was very clear. Like I have two brothers, but they came along when I was 15 and 16. So for the first 15 years of my life, it was my mom and her three girls. And we shared a room, me and my sisters, and our two twin beds, me and my sister Chudney, were right next to each other. So we slept in the same bed for years. And my mom made it really clear, like I didn't even understand the term sibling rivalry because it was, we were each other's support, particularly in the world that I was raised in. It was a big world. My mom has a big life and a big career, and she's a big planet, and there was a lot happening around, so that connection with my siblings was where I felt safe, and that's where I developed as a person. So when I launched out into the world, like, I don't know, I've always felt like there was enough sun for everybody, that it wasn't a matter of competition or like you could take what was mine, because I just never understood that. And I always shied away from people that made me feel, you walk away from someone and you're like, I don't feel good. I feel like someone slimed me, and I know that's about other people's own safety and what they must feel like in their own skin.
Yes.
But so it came from my childhood, and then I've always I feel better when there's that around.
Yes.
And so I feel like that's what I like to bring into the world to the best of my ability. I'm not perfect at it.
Of course, but it seems like you organically draw people in versus, and like you said, I love what you just said. There's enough sun for everybody,
It
because
really is.
you shine light on everybody, whether it's on your social, you see yourself, you know, highlighting so many different artists, politicians, creatives, thinkers, fashion and across the board. You behave as you become the sun, you know what I mean? Highlighting those people. But and what I don't know, I guess the thing that I would love, like, maybe to pass on through this is if there's something for people listening to us now, you know, and watching, for the young girls in particular, where I think that's learning like that, those roads can start to form of what kind of woman you're going to be out in the world. Do you have a guiding light, a thought on that, you know, as to
well,
about...
I would also love to hear your first stories, because you're a similar kind of person.
Yeah.
And then I do, you know, I feel like when one wins, we all win.
That's right.
Like, it just really feels like that to me. Like, sure, my own ego wants to be the winner, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, mostly the win is who I am and who I'm becoming as a person, and becoming more myself. And I personally, I look around, like, you're one of the people, there's so many lights around me that I see that, like, remind me to find my own light, remind me to take up my own space, inspire me to, like, find the thing that makes me feel that way. Like, I always say that about jealousy. Whenever I start to feel that thing of jealousy, I'm like, but when you're ready to sit, Tracy, sit and ask yourself, what is it you're jealous of? And then let that be the inspiration for what it is you need to seek more of. That person looks happy in love, or that person's got legs I want. Like, then how do I don't know? Like, how do I love my legs? You know what I mean? How do I, in the exact form that they are, as they are, how do I love them? Whatever those things are, as like information for you. But yeah, I want to ask you first, and then maybe together we can think of what the thing is.
Yeah, like, absolutely. I mean, well, first, I think similar stories in that, like, I come from my first tribe of women was my family. You know, I have two sisters. I have two sisters and two brothers, guys. My brothers often get left out of the story, but
two sisters and two brothers.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. But I do have two brothers. But I also have two sisters, one above, one below. We also shared a room. First the three of us, and then eventually the two of us, and my sister Chichi and I shared a room all the way. We actually lived together in New York up until November of 2011. We were roommates, and only not roommates except for in college when we were away. And she is my best friend, just as you were saying. Like, that is, I don't even, and I mean, I feel like it's like she is my sister. Like, she could climb inside my skin and, like, live there if possible, you know what I mean? And I and her, like, I love her beyond both my sister Oni, like my older sister, like another way of, and I guess for me, it's if I'm thinking about it, it would be having had an older sibling pull you up, right? So having a woman in my life as an example who's pulling you up, and then having a woman stand beside you every minute of the day who you are cheering for. My sister and I were not only just sisters, we were teammates, and then also rivals in college. You know, we ran for two different schools. And
what did you run?
I ran the 100 and 200 meters.
I was the 2 and the 4.
Okay, now I see where those legs come from.
My legs were too long for the 1. By the time I got
that's
ready,
400.
it was over.
But you were coming around that track.
I was around that track.